Hello everybody, welcome back to another video, and in today's video we are going to be doing another update of Baltimore Thurgood International Airport. We have a very exciting update today as we have the arrival of British Airways back into Baltimore. They restarted service on the 19th of November and we'll talk a bit more about them when we get to the actual BA aircraft in today's update. But starting off today's update, jumping straight into it, here we have an American Eagle Embraer 175. He's going to be heading out to Charlotte in North Carolina. Next up, moving on to the cargo section of today's updates, here we have a UPS 767-300. He's going to be heading out to Chicago Rockford today. Then next up here, just taxiing out, we have the UPS MD-11. He's going to be heading out to Louisville, Kentucky today. And then finally, for the cargo section, all the way down here, we have the FedEx Boeing 757-200 operating a light service out to Memphis. Next up, moving on to Spirit, here we have a Spirit Airbus A321. He's just arrived in from Cancun, Mexico, and he's going to be heading out to Orlando in Florida. Then next up, we have another Spirit Airbus A321. He's arrived in from Montego Bay, Jamaica, and he's going to be heading out to Houston in Texas. Then finally here for Spirit, we have a Spirit Airbus A320neo. He's arrived in from San Juan in Puerto Rico, and he's going to be heading out to Boston. Then next up here, we have the Delta Boeing 737-900. He's going to be operating the very common service out to Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson. And then after that, here we have a Delta Airbus A319. He's going to be heading out to Detroit. And then following on from that, here we have this United Star Alliance livery 737-800. He's just arrived in from Chicago O'Hare, and he's going to be heading back out there. Then next up, here we have this Sun Country 737-800. He's going to be heading out to Minneapolis. And then finally, here we have this Alaska Boeing 737-800. He is, of course, going to be heading out to Seattle. Then next up here, moving on to the Southwest Terminal, here we have a Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the Heart livery. He's just arrived in from Norfolk, and he's going to be heading out to Buffalo. Next up here, we have the Southwest Airlines 737 MAX 8. He's arrived in from Fort Lauderdale, and he's going to be heading out to Islip today. That's a real route. I didn't expect them to operate the MAX 8 to Islip, but this is a real route. And as well, by the time we have the next Baltimore update out, we should have a second Southwest MAX 8 available to us. Technically, it's our third one. Gemini Jets have released 3 MAX 8 variants. They released 2 within like a month of each other in 2018. I bought both of those, but one of them has sadly been broken over the years. And then we've had very recently a third release of the Southwest 737 MAX 8, which I have just received. I've just got to do an unboxing of that aircraft, and then we'll have that available to us for future Baltimore updates. But moving on after that, here we have a Southwest Airlines 737-800 in the Canyon Blue color scheme. He's arrived in from Providence, and he's going to be heading out to Cleveland, Ohio. After that, here we have a Southwest Special livery. We have the Southwest Airlines 737-700 in the Louisiana 1 color scheme. He's just arrived in from New York LaGuardia, and he's going to be heading out to Chicago O'Hare. And then finally here for Southwest, we have the Southwest Airlines 737-700 in the Canyon Blue color scheme. He's arrived in from Syracuse, and he's going to be heading out to Cincinnati. And finally here for today's Baltimore update, we have the star of today's episode. We have the British Airways Boeing 787-8, and he's going to be heading out to London Heathrow, and man does it feel good to say that. It's been pretty much a year and a half without British Airways service into Baltimore, and I'm so glad that they're back. I know there's talks at the moment about, this potential new variant from South Africa threatening new lockdowns, but I'm really hoping that British Airways are here to stay. I'm hoping that no matter what happens in the future, British Airways will continue to serve Baltimore as well as other US and international destinations. British Airways are almost back to a complete pre-COVID capacity of flights heading to the US and other international destinations. We now as well have the return of the A380. The A380 is now flying to various destinations such as Los Angeles, Miami, and Dubai. Originally, the A380 was due to fly to Johannesburg as well, but with this new South African variant of COVID, they've had to cancel that Johannesburg route on the A380. But as I say, I'm really happy to say that British Airways are back here at Baltimore. They started service on the 19th of November, so they've been here for a while now. They've been operating 3 weekly flights into Baltimore on Thursdays, Saturdays, and Mondays, so that's really good to see. And yeah, I'm just, as I say, as I've said so many times, I'm just so happy to say that British Airways are back. With Air Senegal, and then by the time summer rolls around, I Icelandair and Condor as well, Baltimore is actually going to have a pretty decent international presence. But apart from that, that concludes today's update to Baltimore Thurgood International Airport. I hope you did enjoy, and apart from that, I will see you this Tuesday for my slightly delayed collection video. But as I said, I hope you enjoyed today's update, and I will see you then. Bye.